Sup y'all, it's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today I want to show you guys how to solo Mythic Blackhand to farm for the Ironhoof Destroyer. That's the Kel'Thuzad that I'm riding right now. It's armored, it's on fire, it's completely fucking awesome, and it's a 1% drop chance from the boss. I'm only going to be showing you guys how to kill Mythic Blackhand in this video, not all of the other bosses. If you want to skip all the way up to Mythic Blackhand, bring a group of friends, clear Mythic Blackrock Foundry. There's a quest right after you kill Mythic Maidens, and all you have to do is kill the end bosses in Blackrock Foundry a few times, and you'll be able to skip directly up to Blackhand. So the first phase is very, very difficult for classes that are maybe tanks that have a lot of survivability, but don't necessarily have a lot of damage. The reason for that is because the room will converge and get smaller and smaller and smaller with the fire on the outside of the room, and the fire, even though it is Legion, still does a very substantial amount of damage. Also, Blackhand will put down bombs. You don't want to get hit by the bombs. He will also cast Demolition. Demolition just puts swirlies on the ground. Don't get hit by the swirlies. The big orange swirlies do a lot of damage. The smaller brown swirlies don't really do as much. The smash that he casts right here stuns you and it knocks you across the room. That's why you want to be on one side of the room, so you spend as little time as possible in the fire. Even though it's an old raid, it still does a huge amount of damage. If he casts Mark for Death on you, you can go behind those little pyres of fire, and if you're behind that, whenever he casts Mark for Death, if you're a class like a pet or something, you do absorb the damage that it deals, because that dot is going to last the entire fight, and it does not reset, and also it can stack up. Phase 2, you want to immediately tank him and bring him under one of the balconies. If that smash knocks you onto one of the balconies, it will reset the fight. So you want to make sure that does not happen. As any sort of a DPS class that doesn't really have a lot of survivability, this is going to probably be the hardest part of the fight. So you want to use your Drums of Fury and all of your big cooldowns at this point. Also, Blackhand is going to cast the tanks that are going to run at you. You pretty much want to try and AoE down the tanks and kill those. If possible, and you can also use the tanks to absorb Mark for Death as well if you're a range class and you don't really have a whole lot of damage. In Phase 3, you immediately want to bring Blackhand over to one of the edges of the room. He's also going to spawn debris, which are those brown circles, and the debris is not really something that you want to soak. Phase 3 damage is also relatively high, but it was mostly hard to deal with as a raid, and as a solo player it's not really as bad. He's going to cast Mark for Death directly on you. Make sure you have something that allows you to jump back, and then he's also going to cast Shattering Smash whenever he reaches 100 energy. And that basically just covers up the room, and hopefully you have enough damage to just kill him before any of that stuff really matters a whole lot. My character, this video was actually recorded quite a while ago, and my character at this point didn't even really have the Netherlight Crucible traits or anything like that. So for somebody that's decently well geared, I'm talking like 925, 930, this should be no trouble whatsoever. But if you do get any farther in Phase 3, all you need to do is rotate him back and forth across the room, and you shouldn't have too much trouble either way. So anyway, guys, that's what I did to kill Mythic Blackhand. It's a pretty easy fight, but there is a lot of damage going out, so make sure that you have the survivability for it. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe.